grew up in the
I grew up in the
1960s,
1960s,
watching
watching
those
those
TV
TV
commercials with those starving kids in Africa
who
who
stared
stared
vacantly
vacantly
at the camera with sad eyes and
distended
distended
And in
bellies.
sixth grade,
And in sixth grade,
my Glee Club
my Glee
teacher,
Club teacher,
Mr.
Mr. Collins,
had us
had
change
us
the words in
change
the
the word
song
in
we
the
were
song
singing.
we were singing.
3
3 billion
people
people in the world to
4
4 billion
billion
people in the world.
And I was shocked.
And I was shocked.
I couldn't believe
I
that
couldn't
the
believe
population
that
was so
population was
big.
so big. And I was more shocked because no one else in the class seemed as by this
A couple days
fact.
later, I told
A couple
my
of
friend
days
Susie
later, I
Hollander
told
that
my friends
because
there seemed to be many in the world for it to handle that I was going to have any kids.
And she looked at me
And she looked at me and she replied me that she gonna have 3. And I felt pretty alone in my beliefs.
And 37
And 37 years later, I still feel pretty alone in my beliefs. And I'm still shocked that not more people are starved by population growth, and it's because as species we decided not to talk about, to kind of tuck it away. So I'm here to untuck it.
Modern man
first showed up on Earth 200,000 years ago,
and by
and by 1850 we had reproduced so successfully there were 1 billion people on the planet.
That means it took
200,000 years for us to put the first billion people on Earth.
The next billion
came in 100 years.
200,000 years to get the
first billion.
100 years
100
to
years
get
to
the
get
second
the second billion.
Now,
we add 1 billion people to the planet every 12 years.
And in
2011, the world population reached 7 billion people.
Now,
this surge in growth came about because of improvements in agriculture and medicine. Because as a species, we are a biological success story. Survival of the fittest, we have survived.
We're also religious success. We have gone forth and multiplied. But now we have to stop. Or we'll be our
Just to give you an idea of how fast population grows. Bangladesh has a hurricane that killed 139,000 people. How long did it take Bangladesh to replace those dead with 139,000 new births? 2.5 weeks.
Now the world population is growing at just
1% a year. It was now not much, but 1% of 7 billion is actually a big number. It means that every day we add 220,000 people to the planet. Every day. And this is unsustainable. Which means that at some point the world population is going to stop growing. The question is how?
Will it stop growing
because of famine, disease, or war, or other resources?
Or will
it stop growing because of people choose to have smaller families?
And by
smaller families, I mean one-child families.
This is where people start getting nervous talking about overpopulation.
Overpopulation and population is because they're scared that I'm going to take away to have children, but I don't want to take people rights away. I want to give people rights. Forcing people to have fewer children doesn't not work. In fact, the fastest and most efficient way to stabilize the world population is to send girls to school and to empower women and to give everyone access to an education on birth control. And those are good things. And as a culture, we need to emphasize the benefits of having one-child family because of thousands include effect that big families are happy families, only children are lonely children. Couples like myself and my husband Ian, who were childless instead of child-free. Myself, several times, I have been accused of being selfish because of my decision not to have children. And all this makes sense when it's important for survival. But now, For our survival, we have to not propagate, and we have to change and rewire our biology and our culture to recognize the benefits of a one-child family. Because right now, mostly what we see is negatives. For example, when a country population because capitalism is based on eternal growth. Capitalism depends upon more and more consumers. So yeah, when population lowers, the economy will suffer. But it will suffer less than there is no more oil and food and water because there are 10 billion people on the planet in 40 years, which is the UN is projecting. Now you might be thinking, okay, this population is so troublesome, but we should be having babies. We're smart and educated, and we listen, and we can afford kids. And heck, our offspring and maybe serve the world. Even my mom says, "Oh, you're such a good mother, and your kids, they're wonderful." And they might be wonderful, but they would be wasteful from a developing country, so it's even more important that we have smaller families. For example, someone in the United States on average compared to the average person from Africa who only use 5 gallons a day. It's not just a per country side. We here in the United States, we use high energy as some French or England or Japan. There are lots of countries that have. But we all have to aspire a one-child family, especially those of living here. Maybe you're thinking, well, don't worry, Alexander, technology will save us. Yes, it's possible that may be able to take a few years for resources, inventions, or technologies. But in the end, even if we can feed and house 14 billion people, what would their lives be like? The population gonna have stopped at some point. Why not stop now? Instead of wishing that some inventions or technology will save us. This isn't if it exists yet, where we're not even sure works. So for everyone to have quality of life, the number of humans on Earth needs to go down. And I believe that it needs to go down to 2 billion people. Which sounds radical because there are billion but it's actually the world population of just 80 years ago. So let's join our ideas of what the ideal family looks like. One is a beautiful number. And let's not be afraid to talk about overpopulation because it is not about taking rights away from people. It is about giving opportunities to women, children, and future generations. And lastly, let's be part of the solution and choose from now on to bring forth no more than one child ourselves. Thank you.